I got arrested. So, in this video, I'll be explaining everything and what's gone on, why it happened, and mainly why I'm making this video. Further ado, let's get into it. So, 19th of May 2026, Wednesday evening at 3:15 p.m, I got arrested. Basically, these police officers came to my house, and I was in my room doing my own thing. I wasn't even outside at all that day. I was in my house, doing my own thing, watching my phone, and I get a loud knock at the door. So I quickly chuck a t-shirt on, because bear in mind I was just in my underwear, because it was really, really hot outside. So I was just in my underwear in my room, so I chucked a t-shirt on, went downstairs, answered the door, and boom, 3 police officers in my face. And my mum was down there as well at the time, thankfully, because if it was just me on my own, then I would have been arrested on my own and my mum wouldn't have known about it. So it was not long after I woke up as well, so I was a bit tired. And basically, they said that they've heard stuff that's been going on with online harassment, stalking, apparently I was stalking someone, and some other stuff. That other stuff involving me carrying a knife around on my own, outside my house. I can't even go outside on my own, bear in mind, carry a knife around, right? I'm not that sort of person to do that kind of stuff. And I would never do it even if I wanted to. I would never ever do that type of stuff to anyone or harass anyone online. So I got arrested. I was physically crying. Wasn't mentally crying, I was physically crying. And my mother was like, he didn't do anything. And she called one of the police officers to see you next Tuesday, and I found that pretty funny. But yeah, I got taken in cuffs, but I was allowed to put my trousers on. Well, I didn't put my trousers on, the police officer had to. They put on these blue gloves, put on my trousers, they made sure I didn't have anything in my pockets, even though I didn't have a flipping pair of trousers on in the first place. Them trousers were the ones the police officer pulled out of the room. Right? And I got forced into handcuffs. I had let me try and explain it to you. I had one hand twisted around. So do you know when you bend your wrist and you twist your arm a little bit, bend your wrist? And my other hand was the other way bent. And they were both bent, locked to each other. I could not move my hands at all. And then I got put into the police car. So they obviously, I was near enough on the edge of break-in. And they put my handcuffs to the front of me. So I just put my hands together. So the way you would clap, kind of like that. And then they put my hands together like that. So now I was in a more comfortable position. Thanks, police officers, for doing that. But I got arrested, taken to the police station. They searched me for any stuff, even though I didn't have anything on me. And then I went into a cell for 6 hours away from my mother. And I had a really bad anxiety attack in that police station. I dropped down to the floor and I started crying. I couldn't feel my legs. My heart was racing. I was in tears. So the kind police also helped me up. And I was just in shock. So they asked me some questions if I had any previous self-harm or whatever. I just said no. Even though I have, but I just said no. because I didn't want them like put me on like some sort of ward or something, some sort of psycho ward. Because I'm not a psycho, I'd never harm myself, even if I was severely stressed. And the last time I did it was 2021, like when I was very young. But they took me into the cell. I stayed there for 6 hours. So let me explain to you what they did. So they gave me a meal. It was a microwave meal. Don't know what it was. Some sort of pasta with tomato sauce, mince. I think it was like type pasta, bolognese, or whatever. It was actually quite nice, to be fair. The pasta was a bit mushy and yeah, but the other bits were right. So I just ate the other bits and left the pasta. But an hour later, after being in the cell, they gave me a book, The Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I always suggest that book to you guys, by the way. Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I think it's like the resort or something. They go to like a resort. I suggest that book because I got through all of that book in that time. Well, not in that 1 hour, but in them 6 hours, I got through that whole entire book. But yeah, after an hour, I got taken into a room to sit down. I met an appropriate adult. So if you guys don't know what an appropriate adult is, or if you live in the USA, it is essentially a person who takes notes on the things you've not done and have done, to kind of make the whole situation easier for the police officers to deal with and easier for you to deal with in general. And they also support as well. So I met her, shook hands, and then I went into this other room where I got my fingerprints taken, my handprints taken, blah 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 blah. And then I met her, done all that, went back into the room for 3 hours, so that was 4 hours total. And I got taken out of the room again, to see like a nurse. That nurse was really loving. I actually loved that nurse. She was really supportive, asked me what my previous self-harm was. I didn't have any, so I just said I didn't have any. She was asking if I had anything wrong with me, so I was like, no, I'm alright. And then all of a sudden, I just started bursting into tears. I just couldn't hold it in. So I put my head on the table, started crying, and the nurse was asking if I was alright. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I just want to cry. And she was like, okay. And then she was basically asking how my day was going before I got put into the cell. I was like, yeah, it's okay, until now I got put into the cell. And then she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, I hate to see people crying here, like, I imagine what it's like. And I'm like, yeah, it's awful, I flipping hate it. And I got taken back into the cell for 2 more hours. And 2 hours felt like the longest 2 hours of my life. So when the last 10 minutes, there was a little intercom in the room, so I pressed the button. I was like, when am I coming out? It was like 10 minutes, we'll be ready. I was like, okay. So I read a bit more in my book. 10 minutes later, it felt like 2 hours, not 10 minutes. But 10 minutes later, I got taken out of the room to do my meeting. And here's where it all went well for me. So they showed me pictures of messages from 4 years ago. I was pretending to be someone called Declan, and yeah, I was. But that was 3 years ago, right? The police have a certain time frame of 1 week. I think it's 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comment section, guys. But they give you a time frame of 1 or 2 weeks to report that thing into them. And if you do not do that in the 1 or 2 weeks, then they can't deal with it anymore, because that's not under their control. That is now under your control and your way to stop it. So them 3-year periods was not. That was not good. What that person reported about me. Like, I didn't write that recently. But then I got told that previously I said that I was reported for stalking, and yes I was. And they said I was outside this person's house with a knife, saying, "Come out of the house" or whatever. I can't really remember exactly what it was, but I'm just gonna guess that's what they said. But they were like, "Yeah, apparently you stand outside with a knife, blah blah blah." I was like, "No, I don't even go outside on my own." Bear in mind, oh sorry. Bear in mind, even go to someone's house on my own. I would go with my mum personally. And another thing they said is, this is quite funny actually. Apparently, I was chasing this person's mother down the street, saying, "Pick up the phone." Like, I don't know what that was. I don't know why they would think that, because I didn't do that at all. Um, but I did not do that. I would never think of doing that. Like, it's just funny to me, honestly, because like the whole thing in general is not funny because the person that's reporting me is probably in severe depression. Bless him or her, I don't know. But bless him or her. If I've put you through any stress, I'm sorry. But just to let you know, I'm not talking to you again, so don't be worried. But like, I don't know what else to say because that's basically what happened. And I also did have a solicitor in the room with me. He was not paid for, but he was free because I'm under 18 and you get them for free until you're 18. So I talked to him about it first before the meeting, and he was like, "Oh, it sounds like a load of bollocks," to be honest. I was like, "Yeah, it is. I didn't do it." And he was like, "I'll try and sort this out for you after the interview. I'll try and sort everything out for you, make sure you're okay." And I was like, "Thank you so much." So after that interview, after all that stuff happened, she ended the recording. She was like, "The time is blah, 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 blah. This is the interview for blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Okay, let me get out of this room now." So I got that room. They were like, "Do you want to go back into your cell? Or do you want to sit in another room?" And I was like, "I want to sit in another room. I'm not going back in that stupid cell." And they're like, "Okay." And then this woman took me into their little room. It was like a lobby area. But I just sat there thinking on what the flip just happened to me in that time. Like, I was wondering what the hell happened. Why did I get reported for this when I didn't do it? And I got taken back home, I had my food, I went back upstairs. And I was like, finally it's over, I just want to go to sleep. And I just started crying my eyes out. When I got upstairs, I was crying my eyes out all evening. I basically cried myself to sleep that night. And I was getting some thoughts that were involving me self-harming, but I didn't do them, guys. I didn't do them. I wouldn't really want to do it anyway because it's just stupid and pathetic and selfish. Like, never think on it, guys. But what I want you guys to do now is pause the video or whatever. Obviously, don't pause it now, but pause it in a second. But go and give your mother a hug, right? Thank her for all of the stuff she's done for you. All of the stuff, generally, what she's done. And thank her for buying you stuff when you needed it. Because honestly, my mum does everything for me. And I couldn't thank her more for it, honestly. But, yeah. Guys, I just don't know what to do anymore. It's given me so much PTSD. Like, every time someone knocks at the door now, I'm just scared. If it could be the police or whoever would be at the door, I'm just scared now to death. The person watching this, I hope you're happy for what you've done to me. I hope you're really happy because you've made me really upset and insecure about my whole life. And just to let you know, you're safe, okay? Person who reported me, you are safe, okay? I will not go near you. If I see you, I will not go near you. I will not do anything to you. Because I wouldn't want to do anything to you. Honestly, I wouldn't do anything to you at all. And whoever was shouting your mum's name down the road, that was not me. Please refrain my name out of everything, because I didn't do it. And the messages you showed the police, I get it, you've looked at them again and be like, oh my god, they're bad. But you can't report them anymore. They're not under the police's information anymore. That's 3 years ago. But I hope you're happy for what you've done to me. Because what you've done to me is absolutely horrible. Now, I wouldn't wish anyone else to do this to anyone else, guys. But if you guys ever see anyone else, like, report someone else for fuck all, then tell them not to. Tell them to stop, because they could get them into serious trouble. Because the police take stuff very seriously. And they did with me. But for the time being, I just want to let you guys know I'm okay. I will survive. It's just one day of drama that I had. It's not like it. I mean, it actually has been more than a day of drama, but it's been more than enough for me to feel like I've been through it. And feel like I'm now a man, because going to jail is a very manly thing. I'm not saying women can't go to jail either, but I'm saying it's a very manly thing, and I feel like a man for having it, going through it. And it's been like 3 weeks now since, well, yeah, it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks since that last visit that he had at my house. And after that first week of me being scared, they called me up and said that my bail was dropped, that I don't need to worry anymore, to just burn all of the letters that they gave me. Just burn all of them, they said. Just burn all of them. I'm not burning them, I'm just going to keep them, but just for evidence for later in the line, if he reports me again, I will show them letters to them. But, guys, that's all I have to share with you. And that's why I wrote that on my posts on YouTube. Sorry if you're looking at a Fortnite screen for 18 minutes. But I hope you reached the end of the video. If you did reach the end of the video, make sure to comment Zergs in the comments down below, so I can tell if you have watched the video all the way through. Remember, always love your mother and your dads and whoever else is taking care of you, because they do an awesome job. But yeah, see you guys later. I will be uploading regularly once I get my stuff back, because my stuff was seized for evidence, but obviously that evidence wasn't there, so they've given it back to me early. Well, they haven't given it back yet, but they're trying to give it back and drop it off. But guys, I'll be regularly uploading soon as I get my stuff back. But I hope you all have a great week, because I sure will. I'm seeing my dad's tomorrow, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.